YouTube, how you doing? Scarpads domain, the special live stream today. Doing a little unboxing for you, maybe hanging out a little bit and showing some stuff off, and hopefully some people will jump in and say, hey, if not, make sure you catch this, of course, on the rewind. So what am I showing today? Well, today I am showing my new Evercade EXP. Now, before we get into showing that and talking a little bit about what happened to it, let's discuss what is Evercade. Well, Evercade is a company out of England that launched a series of retro consoles and handhelds probably 2-3 years ago that use cartridge-based technology to deliver retro games. So basically, you're able to buy cartridges from anywhere from $20 to say $30 that have X number of 10, 15, 20 retro gaming titles on them. Now, a lot of these games are available elsewhere if you want to mod your Xbox or your PlayStation or even your Switch and hunt around. You can find these ROMs around probably, but I like collecting game systems. I like collecting games together, and time is money. So basically, I bought the original handheld from Evercade about a year and a half ago. And, they put out, in the meantime, they put out a couple consoles that allow you to do what the handheld does, except, show and play the games on your TV. So this here is the original handheld. And here he is. Now, this looks fairly cheap. It looks fairly cheap, and it is. I mean, it's not, Switch technology. It's not. It's probably about what a Game Boy was. It's built okay. This was around $79 to $99 on Amazon to get it in, and as you see, it has a big hole in it. That's where the cartridge goes. And Evercade announced last year that they were going to put out a new version of this that's going to be a little bit better. Better screen, better controls, a little bit better quality. And I think they were selling it for somewhere around, I think you can get it now on Amazon for around $149. And when it came out, they announced two versions of it. And we'll go into that in a second, but let's just show off a couple of things. So this is the device, the handheld, and these are the game cartridges, okay? And as I said, you can get them anywhere between $19 and $25. They're about $20. And they usually have about, this has 17 games on it. So this one is the Atari Lynx. I have an old Atari Lynx. I love the Atari Lynx. And this has Atari Lynx games on it. And if you look at the inside, it always comes with a little book that goes over, what games are on the cart, pretty small, but it also gives you some background history on the game. So, people like me and maybe you that are into the history of video games and it's kind of neat to see this. They give you all the controls. And this one particularly has some really good Atari Lynx games on it. Now, here's the cartridge, if you want to see what that looks like. There you go. And that cartridge fits into the back of this right here. It just slides right in. Oh, that's broken now. Very slippery console. So it goes right back here, as you can see. And then you turn it on. And you see it coming up there. Very basic controls, but, for retro games, what do you really need? It takes a second to come up, and you see the Evercade logo. And then you're presented with a menu of games. And you just move back and forth to select the game that you want to play. And this one has some good games on it from Atari Lynx. It's got Awesome Golf, Basketball, Crystal Mines 2, Cyber Wars, Dracula, Gordo, Ishido, Tennis, Loops, Volleyball, Asteroids, to name it too. And it's also got, after the Atari Lynx card died out, there was a pretty big third-party community still programming games for them. And a lot of the games from the third-party community are on these carts as well. Some of these that came out afterwards. Same thing for like what's going on with the PS Vita now. The PS Vita kind of, died, 8 years ago or so, but it's still, people are still putting out games for it. So you basically have to just, pick the game that you want to play. So say you want to play, we'll pick out something here. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. That sounds good. You get a little menu showing you the game, play, and save. Kind of neat. They show you the game, the controls right on the screen, which is kind of cool. And then you just basically hit play, and it will load up. Comes up pretty quick. And see if we get the volume on it a little bit. The speaker's so-so, but it's got a headphone jack. Charges by mini USB. And hit the start button that goes right into the game. And it's a cool handheld, especially if you like retro gaming, because they have a lot of retro games available on this. This is, as I said, the Atari Lynx one. They have a second Atari Lynx, is what I have at least. This has really some of the real good games like Chips Challenge, California Games, Blue Lightning, Slime World, Gates' Zindacon, Electro Cop. Really good if you're familiar with the Lynx. That was top share stuff. I got the Namco Museum ones. These are really good because this has got the Galaxian, Pac-Man, Xevious, Mappy, Dig Dug, Star Luster, Battle Cars, Mappy Kids, Metal Marines, Quad Challenge, and the Namco Museum #2. This one's got Pack Attack, Galaga, Dig Dug 2, The Tower of Garuga, Burning Forest. That was big on Sega Genesis, I believe. Filios, Weapon Lord, Dragon Spirit. Splatterhouse is on here. Remember Splatterhouse? And Splatterhouse 3. This is the Atari 2600 collection. So anybody that owned Atari 2600s, this has got 20 Atari 2600 games on it. This is the Jail Call. And this has got things like Squash, Touch and Go, World Rally. Some of the stuff is obscure, and some of you'll notice. Bitmap Brothers were big on the Amigas. They also put out stuff for like Nintendo and stuff. So you got things like Speedball, Chaos Engines, Xenon, which is a great shooter, excellent shooter. Got the Data East collection here. Bad Dudes, Burger Time, Side Pocket, Karate Champ, Joe and Mac, Fighter's History, True Crew Dudes, Burning Rubber, Magical Drop, which is kind of a Tetris clone. Interplay, Interplay did a lot of stuff for computers, but this has got Clay Fighters. I don't know if anybody remembers that game. Earthworm Jim. Remember Earthworm Jim? Battle Chess. Battle Chess was great. Booger Man. And a bunch of other ones. Atari Collection 2. It's got 20 more. This is 2600. And it looks like, more 2600. Bowling. Millipede. Centipede, Asteroids, Checkered Flag. They're just great stuff on here. So these are the carts I have so far for it. And they release them pretty steadily. So that kind of brings us to the unboxing and the Evercade EXP, their announced system. Now, when this was announced last year, you could pre-order it, and it was available in two editions. It was available in a white one, kind of like this, or a black limited edition that came with some games and some extra stuff. And that's what I wanted because I wanted the black one. I didn't quite care for the white edition of it. So I think the black one was 149, and I think the black one, I mean, the white one was 149, the black one was like $179, while all the extra stuff included. So that's when I ordered, and it was supposed to be out sometime in like, I think either late November, early December, and then they pushed that back, and I think it was coming out right around the end of December or January. But then thieves struck. Those fucking thieves stole all the limited edition versions of it, which was coming over in a separate shipping container. Stole it, all done, all gone. Nobody that ordered the limited edition got them until now. So it took from January until about March to produce more of them so that they could fill their orders and get them out to the people who had bought them, because the thieves had stole them. And then it was tough because they were watching all all. Well, how can you sell these things? For one thing, I mean, the limited edition of the black versions, if you put them up on eBay, they're gonna know they're stolen because nobody got them. So I don't know what they're doing with these things. I guess maybe they'll sit on them for a while and then get rid of them behind the scenes. I don't know. But it took that long. It took 3 months to finally get it, and it arrived from England. And let's take a look at what we got in this unboxing. So, first thing, I haven't looked at any of this yet either. So, got a card from Funstock, who is the company who makes these. This is from England. Let's see what Funstock has to say. And they were pretty good on this. I mean, they could have just said, screw you, we got them all stolen, we're going to send you the regular ones now. But they didn't do that. They fulfilled their order. So I give them a lot of props for that. So this has a little sticker. No school like old school. Let's get physical. And it looks like it's got some stuff on here. Thank you for your order. Didn't know if this would mention anything about the theft or anything, but they did send out several emails that talked about that. So that's all that's in there. Okay, what's up next? So this came with an Evercade EXP tempered glass screen protector kit, also in there, which was part of this. And this is nice. This is a very hefty plastic screen protector. It has two screen protectors, cleaning cloth, and an applier. Kind of cool. I'll make sure there's nothing else in the box. Doesn't seem to be. And here it is. So this is the Capcom. I guess they do have a deal with Capcom now. This is the Capcom EXP edition. As you can see, it comes in a pretty nice box. Has all the people they deal with on the side: Atari, Namco, Pico, Lynx. This is all the ones they've come out with so far. On the other side, the same thing. On the back, you got some samples of games that they have. As you can see, Capcom now, you must be getting Street Fighter, R-Type, and so forth. And I think, from what I understand now, I think the Capcom games, from what I remember, are built in. I guess it's some sort of deal. Capcom is and it's true even on Steam and so forth, Capcom is very protective of their IPs. They don't want to put them on remove. They'll put them on CD and DVD, but they want to put them on cartridge for whatever reason. Maybe cartridges are easier to copy. So I think their deal was, you can get some of the games. They're going to come out in the Capcom edition, but you're not going to get them on a cart. You're going to get them on. You're going to get them built in. So it looks like they have things here like R-Type, Final Fight, Street Fighter 2, Mega Man, and more. So why don't we unbox this if we can? This is in a pretty nice box. See if we can open this without cutting my hands off here. Or not. That's why I hate doing unboxings. I can never get the friggin' things open. Something tells me I should have unlocked it before I went on the live stream. That's it. I'm taking a knife to it. That's all she wrote. I can't stand it no more. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Fucking glasses right there. Yeah. I don't think the thieves had that much trouble stealing the fucking things. I mean, I can get the damn thing open. Of course, all I did was walk out of the container with them, but still. All right. A very nice box. Let's move my keyboard over here and see if I can get this thing open. Oh, I see. It slides off, I believe. Yes, it does. This thing is packed pretty well. So there's a box there. Retro game on Leveled Up. Okay, so let's see if we can show some of this. So here we get a little start guide of what to do. And then up on top here, we have the console. And I think you can definitely tell this is a step up of the original. And everything just feels a lot more heftiness. Everything just feels so much better than that one, which is very plasticky. This one's very light. This one's very hefty. Very similar on the back. You get the, looks like you got areas for a couple speakers back here. The slot. Underneath you have the volume, the power. It looks like maybe another like a reset switch. Looks like they went to USB-C, so a big step up there for the charging. On top, and that's what's nice about these two, even the original one, they have a little mini HDMI jack on here. So if you want to go ahead and output this to a television, they sell controllers for this. You can buy and use this as kind of like a mini console, really. Controls all feel nice. Feels very nice in the hand. a little bit like maybe the Switch Lite. So I'm pretty impressed by that. Let's see what else is in this box. Okay, you get a certificate of authenticity showing it's limited edition. You get some cool little cards for some of the games in there. You get a couple games, I think, in this. You get the iRim Arcade 1. 6 games included. So this has got R-Type, Moon Patrol, Battle Chopper, 10-Yard Fight, Lightning Swords, and In the Hunt. Right there. And then you get another cartridge, a Toplan Arcade 1. Toplan was the Shump manufacturers. They put out the shooters and stuff. So this has Tiger Heli, Guardian, Alcon, Flying Shark, Truxton, which is a great game, Zero Wing, Snow Brothers, and Teki Baki. So it's a combination of shooters and platformers right there. Looks like we have another little poster here. This one shows the artwork from the games included. And it comes with a USB-C cable. Doesn't look like it has a power brick. And here is something that says EXP Evercade Limited Edition Capcom Collection. So let's see if we can open that up and see what we got here. So yeah, so here's the, basically, I'm going to show that obviously, but this is the book showing what the games are there. They give you a discount code for some other games, and they give you a poster for Street Fighter 2. And on the back, the games included. So you're getting, and this must be built into the console, you're getting Mega Man X, Ghouls and Ghosts, Bionic Commando, Captain Commando. I'm getting fuzzy. I don't want to be fuzzy. Forgotten Worlds, Mega Man, Final Fight, 1944, Mercs, Strider, Mega Man 2, 1942, 1943, Legendary Wings, Commando, and Breath of Fire. Those are all really good Capcom games, top shelf games, and they're built into the unit. And then finally, it looks like you get a nice case for the handheld itself. And there it is. And it looks like in here you get a nice little Evercade cartridge keychain, which is kind of cool. So that's a nice little package from Evercade that I'm glad I finally was able to receive after, as I said, after they were stolen from the manufacturers. And be interested to hear from you. Hey Perry, how's it going? And yeah, Perry, you'll have to watch the replay, especially if you're into retro gaming, because I'm obviously not going to re-show everything I just showed. But I just unveiled a retro gaming handheld and talked about it a little bit. Show those again here in a second. Let's get everything off to the side. So once again, here's the original handheld that I've had for a while. And this is the new Evercade EXP handheld that was released in January, and all the black ones were stolen out of shipping containers from China, and the company finally made new ones and shipped them out. And it's a really nice console. I'm going to see if I can turn this on. I don't know if it has power or not. We will find out. Let's see. I'm just going to say it does not. But it's interesting too. The thing I like too on this is they have not only all the traditional controls over here, your A, B, C, and A, B, X, and Y, but then you have an A, B on this axis too, A and B. So if you wanted to play it like a pinball game or something where you're doing flippers, or you could use it this way and do it that way for shooters and whatnot. So that's really cool. And yeah, once I get this fired up and put some of the new games in it, I have to do another live. Very glossy. I have to do another live and show it off. But I'm pretty impressed by this. It's got a lot of nice heft. If you're into retro games and you're into older games, and this is a great console for you. So we'll be interested to fire this baby up and see exactly how it improves upon the original one, which I think it will. The screen is supposed to be a lot better. So there's that. So yeah, absolutely. It's going well, Perry. I'm glad you were able to get in here at least for the tail end of things. But yeah, it's an interesting handheld. I know Perry's big on games. I don't know if Perry has any handhelds. I got the Lynx, the old Atari Lynx. I have a Switch, which I do play. And I have a Switch Lite. I bought that first, and I went to the OLED Switch. And the Switch is a good console. I enjoyed playing on that. I don't know if Perry's got one, but it's fun. The only thing I like about the Switch is some of the Switch games are pretty expensive. They're getting up there in price, like $56 for an handheld. I still believe that handheld games should be no more than like $40. $39 should be about top ceiling. But the more powerful these handhelds are, the closer they are to consoles, the more you're going to pay for that. And yeah, Perry will have to shoot me a friend's request on the Switch. We'll have to play some Switch Mortal Kombat or something. Yeah, I know I paid like the $49. I paid like the $49 thing on the Switch to get the. He says I like retro games, but it's so expensive. Yeah, and even as you'll see if you go back, these cartridges are about $20, but you get about 15 games on them usually, so it's not too bad of a deal. But yeah, on the Switch it can be expensive because you have to have a subscription, and it's like $50 a month in order to get into the certain level and play all those other older games and so forth. So, all right, so this has been just a little unboxing video. I wanted to shoot in here and just show off the Evercade EXP and the drama that led to it coming 3 months late after it was stolen by thieves in the Atlantic or the Pacific or somewhere. So I want to thank Perry for dropping in here and at least making the end of it. Go ahead, Perry. Rewatch this. I think you might like this stream. Hope all you guys get a chance to watch the stream. And we will talk to you later down the line. Have a good day, everybody.